Hi, my name is Aiden, and for my project, I interviewed the co-owner of Rockstar Tacos and a friend of mine, Becca. So Rockstar Tacos is a restaurant based in St. Louis, and that's where I'm from. They're known not only for their incredibly good tacos, tamales, and house-made cocktails, but also their super fun rock music themed atmosphere, punny menu items at all. I mean, they have a braised pork taco called Amy's Swinehouse, a veggie taco called Livin' on the Veg, a fish taco called Fish You Were Here. You get the idea. They also have a catering service with which they have catered for countless bands and musical acts, including the Foo Fighters, Alice Cooper, Billie Eilish, and even Drake.
Catering bands at Enterprise Center. We fed Drake this week.
Oh, cool.
And a crew of 200 people. Largest crew I've ever seen. I don't understand it, but whatever.
Goodness.
Crazy.
They cater a lot specifically for venues in St. Louis, like the Factory and the Enterprise Center.
We get calls like that at least once or twice a week of, hey, can you just come feed the crew after the show? Or at the Factory specifically, we have a few bids out right now for shows over the next month or so to cater the band all day. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, and after show food. It's a big part of our business. So we're not just making you feel like a rock star. We are actually feeding rock stars.
Over this past summer, they also had a taco tent at the St. Louis Music Park, which I worked at. So we would sell tacos to people who were attending the concert at an incredible speed, may I add. Sometimes I'm still not sure how we did that so fast. And over that summer, I also filled in at the restaurant when there weren't concerts at that venue. So how did Rockstar Tacos get their start? So Rockstar Tacos is the brainchild of Becca's partner, musician and chef Will Pelly, and a bandmate of his. Initially, in 2019, they had a small kiosk similar to the tent that I worked at the music park with a face-to-face, fast-paced service. Say that 5 times fast. Face-to-face, fast-paced service. Face-to-face, fast-paced service.
So he and I talked about, in a kiosk setting, what would we want to achieve? It started out with menu ideas. We're both punny, and we both love music and jokes, hence the menu names. That was literally how it started. It was a bottle of whiskey, a notebook, and about 5 hours of nonstop giggling, coming up with not just the funny names, but opening acts being the appetizers,
right?
Headliners being the main courses, friendly service, very fast, but friendly service. We would ask every single person who walked up to the window, can I get your name? And some people would look at us real weird. But we said, we moved this out really quickly. We're gonna meet you at the back door and I'm gonna call out your name. An unintended consequence of that was us being in this neighborhood. We got to know our regulars really, really, really well. We didn't have to ask their name anymore because we knew who they were. And that got us supremely loyal customers.
So Becca and Will were doing music full-time at that time, and they had many connections in the music industry, and that's how they started doing the catering part.
We started catering bands almost as soon as we opened. We were very close to the large concert venue in town, and his friends who were on tour with Alice Cooper, Foo Fighters, all kinds of big bands, would call us to cater the after show food. So we have a little mobile cart that we attach to our car and would go out there and sling tacos for these bands after the show.
They gained popularity very fast and were approached in 2020 to take over some restaurant space in the city.
We put all of our eggs in this basket and felt pretty confident because of our experience in both worlds that it would work, and it did. Yeah, we have a new set of challenges at this new location. Lots more staff, lots more insurance, lots more maintenance things that need to happen. Our overhead it's probably 10 times more here than it was before. The sense of community, we were able to successfully pivot. We don't ask every single person their name, but the culture is the same, where everyone who walks in the door is expecting to have a good time. They are welcomed. I often say the only thing not allowed here is hate.
So, in conclusion, I think the success of Rockstar Tacos is threefold. So, one, they had a very solid idea to start with. Two, they had very consistent and fun branding. So, the puns in the menu, the atmosphere in general, that sort of thing. And then three, they already had very solid connections in the music industry, which allowed them to expand even further into the catering part, right? It's especially intriguing to me how spontaneous and spur of the moment these early parts of it seem. Like just offhand, mentioning an idea to a bandmate, or coming up with the menu names over some glasses of whiskey, or bringing a cart of tacos as a favor for a friend. But throughout all of this spontaneity, they were confident that they could make all of it work. And then they did. So I beg you, if you are ever in the St. Louis area, you have to try a Rockstar Tacos. I promise I'm not being paid to say this. I love them, and they have good ass food. So get to it. And you can also find them online here, right there. But that's about it from me. I have been Aiden, and you have not been Aiden.